Now, as the war rages on in Gaza, reservists keep on being called back to fight, and there's still a need for more equipment and funding. Well, the U.S.-based grassroots organization Operation Israel has raised more than $8.5 million since October 7th to supply IDF soldiers with vital tactical gear. And joining us now to understand just how dire the situation is a founder of this organization, Adi Vaxman. So Adi, first of all, what kind of gear is missing and is needed by IDF soldiers at this point?
So at this point, most of the needs are focused around things like drones. We still need protective gear and some personal gear such as boots, tactical uniforms, and smaller things. But the bigger things are, at this moment, I've been in Israel for 2 weeks, so generators, fans, coolers, and anything to kind of operate a lot of the electric operations that they're going on, and drones. So what you're seeing on the screen is a drone lab in the anti-terrorist unit that we funded. And it seems like drones, generators, and a lot of medical supplies. So medical equipment and medical supplies.
How has the type of gear that you have been sending over changed as the war has evolved?
So it kind of goes in waves. We have waves of ballistic goggles all of a sudden, and then we have waves of medical supplies that are really like dire need because there's a lot of injuries. And now we have a wave of work tools because they need to evacuate some of the cars and trucks out of the field, and they need like power tools. So it kind of comes and goes in waves. It started with ceramic vests and ceramic plates and helmets, and those are still in need, but it really comes and goes in waves, and every couple of weeks it changes.
Now, how are you able to actually ensure that the gear that you are fundraising for actually makes it to the soldiers that are needed, and what challenges have you faced in this entire process?
So first of all, we work directly with the units. We deliver directly to the units. We deliver either to their kind of operation bases that are right outside the strip, or we have volunteers that are bringing it as close as possible. Some of them send a commander or someone to pick up. So we work directly with the units, and we ensure that the gear gets there. We know, all the units and the different commanders, and we are in close touch with them about their needs. Challenges, I would say the biggest challenge right now is donor fatigue. Just donors kind of lost interest, and it's very hard to raise money. We're at about $9 million. You said 8.5. We're about 9 now, but about half of this we fundraised in the first 2 or 3 weeks of the war. So it's getting harder and harder to raise money. The other challenges are some bureaucratic challenges. We have a lot of bureaucratic challenges with the Israeli authorities that we're trying to resolve. We're working with, the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of the Economy and the Ministry of Treasury and like all different offices to try and resolve, getting through customs, and we are doing everything by the book. So there's a lot of challenges.
All right. Well, obviously difficult but essential work that your organization is doing. Adi Vaxman, I'd like to thank you so much for joining us and kind of giving us some insight as to that process.